What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and today I want to highlight some upcoming shows and films featuring queer lady characters. So sit back, enjoy the video, and if there are any upcoming shows or films I've missed, please let me know in the comments.
I never meant to get us in this day.
The lesbian period drama with more twists than a Sarah Waters novel is finally coming to the US. The Confessions of Frannie Langton is a 4-part limited series about a former slave who falls in love with her mistress and is then accused of her murder.
In France, they say, you only need a few lines in any honest man's hand, and you can find something to hang him with. You must promise not to hang me. I promise to keep you alive.
I also feel the need to mention that my girl, Jodie May, is in this show because
I have a crush on her.
Now, although the series will be available in the US, it won't be free. In addition to being an Amazon Prime Video subscriber, you'll also need to add the BritBox channel for $7.99 a month, but they are currently offering a 7-day free trial, so
it's not like you'd be stealing.
It's also worth mentioning the show is still available for free through the British streamer ITVX. All you need is a trusty VPN, which is how I watched it.
English, right? Hello, governor.
And in the description, I'll drop a link to step-by-step instructions for how to watch ITVX in the US, as well as a little discount code for NORDVPN. The Confessions of Frannie Langton drops March 8th on BritBox. The world's worst serial killer
He's bad at his job.
is back at it again. My guy Ghostface has returned for the 6th iteration of the franchise that refuses to die even after they've lost the best thing about it.
Someone had to say it.
Hello.
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gail.
Now, if you watched my upcoming 2023 new releases video, you already know who the gay is. But what you might not know is Scream 6 is shaping up to be the most controversial film in the franchise. And it's not just because we lost our girl Sydney, but there's also been fan backlash over the new killing tactics of Ghostface, who's apparently gone from stabby stabby to shooty shooty. Not to mention the clip that shall not be named, which leaked earlier this month, supposedly revealing Ghostface's identity. Now, the clip has been scrubbed from the internet, but all it takes is a quick Bing search to find out who the killer is. Which begs the question, will people still pack the theaters even though the big reveal has already been revealed? I guess we'll just have to wait and see when Scream 6 drops on March 10th.
Take all the money you want from me. Hope you become what you want.
The Origin of Evil is a French thriller / dark comedy about the scheming family of a billionaire fighting for control of his fortune. The film's main character is Stefan, the billionaire's estranged daughter who happens to be a lesbian with a volatile lover in prison. And what makes The Origin of Evil so fun to watch is that everyone is hiding something, including Stefan. And if you want to know what it is, you can catch The Origin of Evil March 17th in limited theaters.
No sex in your violence. No sex in...
The most enjoyable show about life-altering PTSD is back for its 2nd season. Showtime's breakaway hit series Yellowjackets is a psychological thriller about a high school girls soccer team who survive a plane crash in the wilderness, but have a much harder time surviving each other.
Listen to my voice and watch the light. Allow yourself to go back, no matter how difficult it gets. What do you see?
Darkness. We brought it back with us.
Yellowjackets was one of my favorite shows of 2021. The acting, the writing, the savagery, and the 90s soundtrack was enough to make me fall in love. In fact, I might even throw up a Yellowjackets Season 1 recap because this show is batshit crazy, and I think recapping it would be fun. Not to mention, Season 2 promises to be even darker than the first, and according to one of the show's executive producers, the new season is all about female rage.
It's my favorite thing.
Also, quick plug for my upcoming Yellowjackets Season 2 podcast, which you can listen to if you join Patreon or become a channel member. Yellowjackets Season 2 premieres March 24th on Showtime.
Don't ever see it's over if I'm breathing.
Killed Boksoon is the result of mixing John Wick with Kill Bill, then adding a dash of Gilmore Girls.
That doesn't seem right.
Gil Boksoon is a renowned assassin who has reached the highest level of her profession, and she's also the single mother of a teenage daughter who's in the process of coming out of the closet. Boksoon must juggle the unrelenting demands of her job while keeping her true identity concealed and trying to help her daughter discover her own. And even though this is an action movie that is heavy on the action, the B story involving Boksoon's daughter is actually pretty substantial. We get to see her try to fit in at her elite private school, as well as have a romance with another girl. You can watch Kill Boksoon March 31st on Netflix. And just a quick side note, but Bottoms, the high school sex comedy about two unpopular queer girls who start a fight club to hook up with cheerleaders, will be premiering March 11th at South by Southwest. So if you're in the Austin area, you might want to check it out. Swarm is a brand new Amazon Prime series that's supposedly inspired by the Beyhive, aka Beyonce's rabid fan base that I may or may not be a part of.
Wink.
Dre is a young woman who is obsessed with her favorite R&B artist and goes to increasingly violent lengths to prove her devotion.
Who's your favorite artist? You're a killer bee. Part of the swarm. Talk about Nisha. You get stung.
Now, I highly doubt this show will be explicitly queer. Nothing in the trailer leads me to believe that Dre is a lesbian. But personally, I've always found same-sex obsession to be a little gay. There is just something about that single white female vibe that doesn't track as completely heterosexual to me.
You're all gay.
I also love the premise of Swarm, and when I heard it was a Donald Glover creation, I was fully on board. Until I read that he described the show as a post-truth piano teacher. Now, I won't pretend to know what that means, because I don't, but I do know that The Piano Teacher is one disturbing as movie.
She's a very kinky girl.
Like, I get it, but also,
I'm calling the police!
hopefully Swarm won't be as disturbing as The Piano Teacher, and if you want to check it out for yourself, Swarm drops March 17th on Amazon Prime.
To the paper route. Chose a paper route. Hey, being my
Rodeo is a French film that takes place in the underground world of dirt biking and follows Julia, a feralish young woman who attempts to infiltrate the dangerous male-dominated sport. But turns out, these guys don't just ride bikes, they also do crime, and Julia eventually develops a very close bond with the wife of a mobster.
I'm feeling a little bit curious myself.
Now, Rodeo isn't explicitly gay, but the vibes are strong. In fact, the filmmaker herself admitted that there is definitely erotic tension between the two characters and called their relationship ambiguous. So if you're in the mood for a little subtext and a whole lot of biking, you can catch Rodeo March 17th in limited theaters. Maja Ma is Bollywood's latest LGBTQ-centered film and follows Pallavi, a middle-aged woman who is a devoted wife, a loving mother, and a pillar of the community. She's also secretly gay. After Pallavi gets maliciously outed, she's forced to deal with the fallout while struggling to keep her family intact. I'll be honest, Maja Ma isn't my favorite gay Bollywood film. That honor still belongs to Badai Do, but I did enjoy it, especially because to date, it is the most progressive Bollywood film in the way it discusses homosexuality. Like, they actually use the word lesbian more times than I could count. Maja Ma definitely gets an A for effort. It is a funny, if not flawed film with a slight cop-out of an ending, and you can currently find it streaming on Amazon Prime. That is it for the video. I want to give a quick shout out to my newest patron, RB.
God bless you.
I also have to shout out my big spender patrons, Angel, Citizen Ruth, Mary, Angie, JC, Lucia, and Robert. And in case you missed it, I recently rewrote the L Word Generation Q's third season because I don't have anything better to do. So if you want to check out what I think should have happened this season, just head over to my Patreon. Also, because I am absolutely shameless, I wanted to let you guys know I am now making YouTube shorts to tide you guys over between my longer videos. They're mostly about women loving women films and TV shows, but I'm also covering some fun news like how Gillian Anderson wants you to write her naughty letters.
Come on. I want to make you say
Or how Alison Brie came out and made me look like an asshole.
it's me,
and trying to figure out whether or not Mindy Kaling is actually an evil genius. So if you miss me between my uploads, just hit the Shorts tab. As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to let me know which upcoming show or film you're most looking forward to, and I'll see you in the next one.